These are your tomorrow's brethren.
The year was 1989. Annual conference was meeting in Orlando, Florida. And oh, aren't they cute? Yes, they're cute every year, and every year they share the music they practiced all week long with the whole annual conference. But don't some of them look familiar, vaguely resembling some of the grown-ups we see walking around these days, almost as if they could have grown up to be active members of the Church of the Brehtren? But was their children's activities at annual conference a factor in the formation of their faith? Oh, if we could only identify one of... Wait a minute. Let's pull one of them out at random, out of the lineup, and conduct an investigation. How about, this little girl in the blue dress? Could she, 26 years later, actually be the co-administrator of Camp Swatara, the Church of the Brehtren camp in Atlantic Northeast District? I believe she could.
Even before I was old enough to go to a church youth group, or even before I was old enough to go to a youth work camp, or be able to go to a national youth conference or something like that, annual conference activities for children was what helped me to be able to see the breadth of the church, the depth of the church, to be able to meet people from all over the country, and to really be able to hear about some of those things like seminary and Brethren volunteer service, and those opportunities that I would have later on to be able to serve in the church and to be able to participate in the church. Pretty much every year you went to a zoo or to a science museum, and they also would try to do some things in the local community that were specific to the city or the country, the region of the country that you were in that week. Every year there was kind of an opening time at the beginning of each day and a closing time, and a lot of that included learning songs that then at the end of the week we would get to share with the larger annual conference during one of those worship services. And that was so much fun to be able to be up on the big stage where you'd gotten to see the adults leading in worship all week, and you got to really then be able to go and be able to be part of the worship, share in the worship, and one year I even got to help narrate some of that, and that was just neat to be able to be included and to be part of the worshiping community at conference. For me, being called into ministry and now serving at Camp Swatara as a co-administrator, probably some of the most influential things besides my home church were going to summer camp each year, being part of Youth Peace Travel Team, and going to annual conference every summer, because again, that's where I really saw the diversity of the church, people being called into ministry, and really got to experience the church and see what it was all about. You walked around the exhibit hall and you could see just the amazing work that the church was doing, and I wanted to be part of that. I wanted to be part of serving in that way.
Children's activities, part of what makes annual conference a powerful force, one that exists to unite, strengthen, and equip the Church of the Brehtren to follow Jesus. What will members of this year's children's choir become someday?